Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Lo and behold, where am I and why do I have this hat on? Well, I am where I am and that's what it is. Guys, how are you? What's going on? Tell me. I've got a lot in the works right now. So guys, my next live stream, and I'm hoping you'll join me, is going to be at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, which is the 15th of January, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got the Sherry Frankie book about Sherry's mom, Ruby Frankie, who was 8 Passengers, the mom from 8 Passengers, who had a relationship. I always thought so, but nobody wants to admit that they're a little. But anyway, it's the book, The Oldest Daughter. And I'm excited about reading the book. So I figured I'd share that with you. Those that want to join, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I improv some stuff, so you know what I'm saying. Also, so I was going to do a live stream with Mrs. J, who has exposed some stuff about Scientology, and that's really important. We're not going to do the live stream anymore, but I'm going to interview her. She's going to check out the interview. She's going to okay it or not okay parts of it, which is fair, because there is something that's happening here, and I don't want to mess anything up for anybody. However, I am going to speak with her. It's going to be private, and I will ultimately show that conversation. As you guys know, and you can check, my very first live was with Mrs. J, I believe. So excited about seeing her again. And check out her stuff. I am Mrs. J. She's got explosive information about what's going on with the ex-Scientologists here. I mean, some serious stuff that she's been working on for well over a year. She said that there were going to be things coming out, and she's true to her word, guys. So I will be speaking with her, and I will be talking about that. Also, guys, I saw some. I appreciate those of you that stand up for me. I really do. Please don't feel obligated to do that. I'm not going to tell you how or what or who or not. You see me defend people online all the time. I'm flattered and I'm humbled when you guys do defend me. The Scientology thing is always going to be people on the opposite side. And that's the way it is, and that's okay with me. I know who I am. I'm convicted. I have conviction in what I know and how I feel and how I word things, and I know who I am. So that's good. What else is going on? What's going on? Okay, so this is like a little out of the blue, maybe, but maybe not. I caught myself crying here. And I got to be honest with you, if I look again, I'm going to cry, keep crying. So, Sister Wives is on, and Christine got married. I'm so happy for her. I mean, I'm just so happy for her. Because she was in the shadows of the other wives, and she was willing to accept a quarter of somebody's time and affection, And I'm not saying that was a bad thing. It worked for her for several years, so she thought. And she made great friendships and has amazing children that aren't even hers biologically. Yet you can't tell me that those aren't her kids. You know what I'm saying? Because, especially Janelle and Christine, their kids intertwined. Those kids were always at the other parents' home. They just were always at the other sister wives' home, I should say. And Christine and Janelle, best friends. So thrilled to see that they have gotten beyond the toxicity of Cody, who has finally come to the realization that things weren't so bad when he was saying that things were so bad. Now, maybe this is after they're filming this, perhaps maybe after Garrison has passed, and I'm sure, that's going to change who you are, or it should change who you are. So Garrison was, for those that don't know, was Cody's and Janelle's son, and unfortunately he unalived himself. Unlike what Katie Joy is saying, though I'm sure part of the problem was the divorce and the estrangement that he felt from his dad, he had a lot of other things going on. And there's 18 kids. And Garrison, unfortunately. So you can't blame the parents. Unfortunately, something, he broke up with his girlfriend, something about his job. There were just things. He was drinking. There were things that just, weren't. Anyway, Cody's now realizing that his marriages weren't half bad. Not as bad as what he said. And, you're a knife to the kidneys and blame me for not loving you bullshit. He seems to have put back in his pocket and realized, maybe, just maybe, because he finally said about Robin that he had never felt that way before. And, why he couldn't sit down with these women and say, listen, this sucks, but this is the way that I feel. Maybe he couldn't articulate it. Maybe religion came into play and he was like, no, man, I just got to make it work. I just got to make it work. Maybe he absolutely really did love these women, but weren't in love with them since he had come to terms with, wow, why do I feel so much strong? Why do I feel so much stronger about Robin and I didn't feel this way about Janelle or Mary or Christine? Or why can't I stop thinking about Robin? His problem was he wasn't honest, and he started blaming these women. Christine was spot on when she said, hey, you signed up for this. We're counting on you. We're counting on you. You have to show up for all of us. At that point, maybe he should have said, hey, now I'm hoping he realizes that he caused part of what happened with Mary and the catfishing. She went looking elsewhere because she felt ignored, discarded, used, neglected, and every other thing, and abused verbally and emotionally. And he had all the control, more or less. What was she going to do? Leave? They didn't have... I feel like everybody left when they finally had the finances to leave. I do feel like Robin wanted to come in and be the first wife. I think she wanted polygamy, but she still wanted to be number one. And that wasn't going to work. And the thing about Robin is, if she knew she didn't want to be treated the way Cody was treating Mary, like, I'll be with you, but I don't want to be with you, why was it okay for her to let Mary feel that way? I mean, and Cody, when he said to her, hey, you didn't want me to hold on to you if I wasn't in love with you anymore, Robin, you wanted me to tell you, and he finally said it, so I don't know why Mary didn't hear that. Hopefully she hasn't realized that. She's not a friend. Robin's not a friend. And Robin didn't bring anything into this marriage except 3 mouths to feed. Okay? And then she started having more kids. But she got upset when they wouldn't do the sister's wives closet. She came up with an idea that obviously didn't work, and everybody was supposed to get behind it, and she was going to lead the train. She's had no success in her life. Janelle has had success. Christine has had autonomy. Mary, I don't know. Mary got played, but, good for Mary. She's out living her best life. I hope she is. I really do. I hope she is. Christine is happy. That's kudos to her. I'm hoping Janelle, I don't know how you come back from losing a child. I mean, I don't think you do. I think you just keep going. And there's that part of you that's always not with you. And then there's times where you just don't think about it until you think about it, and that sneak attack of, oh, Garrison's not here anymore. Just like I said about Rebecca Michelot and her grandson Corey. Oh, you remember. And then you kind of feel guilty. Is it okay to smile? I don't know, guys. But I do feel like everybody has grown here in Sister Wives, with the exception of Robin. She's still in this make-believe land, and I don't think she's a good person. A good person doesn't have very expensive paintings on the wall and a very expensive home. knowing that she took from people without putting anything in. What did she put in? The most we could say that she ever put in was, well, they said that they were sick of him, so he stayed at my house most of the time. So I guess you just kept Cody happy. Maybe Cody was miserable all the time with them because he wanted to be with you, and that was their reaction to that. I just think when Robin is crying and saying that, this isn't what she wanted, this isn't what she wanted, she's only telling half-truths. So, anyway, guys, I really did start crying when Christine got married. And again, kudos to her. Kudos to her. And much happiness. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip and a Sister Wives fan. No judgment passed there. Guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Thanks, guys.